Is that him? Right by. Right. Trash was found. Wait, we didn't find him hiding in the bed.
6 a.m. 6 a.m.
The expectations, calculations, and negotiations. We are indeed in heaven. I am with you, and everything is prayer. You will be the reader, but you will understand with love. In your life, with the learning how to love, and in the beauty and how it makes the poems with the dancing inside of the chest where no one can see you, but then sometimes you have the light that becomes this art. The love that flows down, ground submits to the sky and suffers and comes. This is the ground words for the giving and like that, but not to put the blankets over the drum, but over completely. Spirit hears, listen, green, passion. When we can never manage to love without expectation and calculation can negotiate. I'm in love with the advice. What are they? They poison me with their remedies. And who are they? Fast blind them to the feet and gone mad for the strings. And what's the point? The heart is cooking on the pot for you. Be patient until it's cooked, and love is not that emotion. Love's the way you make it, and God will be with you. Love's be that cure for the pain, for the keeping the birth, the giving the pain, for the, until they constantly exhale. Effortlessly into the body yields its sin. Your task is not seeking for the love of the merely seeking all beyond the barriers within yourself and having built against it. Heart being its own language to the heart, knowing the hundreds of thousand ways when your heart is the first to the love story. It started looking at you for not knowing how blind it was for the lovers to finally met somewhere, but they're in each other's all along. The rest don't long foundation, endless oceans, the beginning of the end. This is the whole thing, the pieces. Never, the love is chest, the sorrow, but never the road to touch the mortals. Found everything within the earth and love like a river to drink it. It's what it does, it continues to do. Tastes like the honey to adults and milk to children. Love is an open secret for the most oblivious, obvious thing in the world for the most hidden. No wonder how it keeps this mystery in the light for the learning of how to. You can learn to kiss, to put the price and you kiss your life for the witness inside the heart to see how hard it was. Something that makes the ear for the whole world weeping. You want to be more alive, life and love is the truest help. Love is the bridge between you and everything, and sometimes you can hear that voice calling you. It's the saving. Work for the tantra, gentle love, the wrestling, for becoming a servant of the fortunate sovereign, because of love, the cloud that scatters the pearls and the light. You're beautiful in the making of it. I can find the chest with no one to see. Sometimes I do because this is art. Love, finding the meaning is somewhere for the givers all along for the good goodbyes. the bad ones, because of those who love the heart, but there will be no separation, for this is the love. The secret sky, the cause of heal. The veils to fall each moment for the light to go. The stepping of the feet of the thousands of love, forsaking the heart of the whole time. Whoever and wherever you are, be love. Love so needs to be and will endure almost anything, but even abuse with just the flickering of a moment, for the sky's mouth is kind. The song will never hurt you, for the song sings these words, and it was dead, then a lie, weeping and laughing. However love came into the became free, it was like a line for the tender of the evening star. Remember, the way you love is the way God will be with you. Gamble everything for love. If you were the true human being, it would not be leaving you gathering for the hardness and does not find the majesty. Think you alive because you breathe air? That's not the truth. The shut your limited way to define yourself without the feeling of dead and dying in love. Stay alive forever for the coming with the knife and the question. This could be the fears with the reputation. You can find the silence to take that core in your life.
You think you belong to this world for the dust and the matter?
Everything rigged
out of this dust, you created the person and image. Forgotten about the essence of your true origin. Being motivated like the falcon.
Perfectly free.
Hunt gloriously magnificent like a leopard.
Crawling through life.
You can fight to win for the spin this time with the peacock. When is all to talk for the only color. When someone criticizes and disagrees with you. Small for the hand, for the hatred, and act taking those in the bone in your heart.
Everything
You're not
in the universe
squash that beef.
all the travel
Going to the snake or even the dragon.
But again, the empty
results of my life is taking more than the word.
thought when you
I was robbed, becoming cooked,
prison
and burnt.
doors wide open.
Don't turn away for keeping your gaze in the bondage.
Project.
That's where the light can enter you.
The light bow for the ladder.
Listen to me for the quiet being so sad, for the hear blessings and dropping the blossoms around you.
You think to yourself.
Don't grieve. Anything loses becomes in another form. Moonlight floods in the whole sky for the horizon. How much of it can fill your room depends upon its windows. You are not the drop in the ocean, but the entire. Anyone who knows me should turn first to search again. You can find the face of every day for the feeling and lonely inside of you. And the heart side of the ocean, and the side of the heart, and the plants, and the depth, and the being empty. Think who created the thought? Why do you stay in prison? Why does the door so open wide for them hoping outside tangled up? Maybe they think you put the living in silence and moving down within all this writing and ringing and being and having strength, and maybe seeing your own beauty and having to see the own golden wings, and you can find yourself in a high period when everything seems to be opposed. When you feel you cannot bear them one more than men, and because it's time to the course where they divert. What hurts you to be the blessed is the darkness of your candle, and I feel the pain for the messenger, so listen to them. Beauty surrounds us, and the heart can listen to the sky. I one day when the wind is perfect, the sail just needs to open up with the road for the beauty, and such a day for the beauty of love. This is the lasting beauty for the heart, and I can see it in you, because nothing came down for the beauty but the dawn. I remember the soul heard something. I drank the water from your spring, and it felt like the current take to me. What matters is quickly how do your soul direct. Never lose the hope for the heart, for the miracles, and dwelling in the visible for the whole. The world turns against you for the eyes of the friend. When soul rises and you keep into the lips with the feeling that haunted. Soul is hers for the only your joy. Let go of the mind, and to be mindful to close your ears to listen. Your breath touch my soul. I saw beyond the limits and carefully hold to recognize the luminary of the soul for the beside of those who you can draw outside and quietly listening for the quiet voice for the moment that's like to be silent. This is the happens to the starts to revive yourself. Body for the feeling, for the soul, for the needle, for the soul, for the body, for the know that man has a soul, for the weather you can stand, for the soul of that place and you have a soul to be given, for the ears to the things that I might not know understand. Steady for the worthlessness and staying close to those with the pure heart like attraction for the grove you can find the graveyard. Pair for the lumping of sugar for your soul is close to mine. This is what happened to your dream, you know what you did. Put the ear, the soul to the widow of your heart. And this is how I died into the love I had for you. Pieces of a cloud dissolved in the sunlight for the end of the life with just one breath left. And if you can come and I'll sit up and sing. Die the minute of becoming a plant. Rose to the animal for die, the animals the man. Sit out there for the tired eyes and be the straight, for the striking, for the damage, for the pearl, for the woman is the light of God, for who has the great power. Big the sky tights and knots in the chest that can only breath and losing, taking the appealing lightly. With the passion, the praying for the praising, the passion, the making your love, and the passion to eat, the drinking, the dancing, the play. Maybe the dead fish in the ocean of God. Maybe the line of silence for the love, for the finding of a spark, for the new trade, the definition of the central. Maybe it was the known own definition for the fleeing of an eye. Could be patient with love. For I am an atom. I am the counterance of the sun for me, for the patient of love is like the medicine without the wings and the feather. I fly light, looking for you for the becoming a rose of petal. You can find me, faith, you taking the right. We are the mirror, as well as the face inside of it. And we are tasting the truth, or the eternity for the minute, of the pain for the cure's pain. And causes it for either the sweet soul, the cold, the water, for the jar that pours inside the soul of the world. For no life and no world remains. No beautiful woman for the man longing for the H's love and the circling for the whole black hole to stone for the nothing. Where the lover is love for the horizon, everything within it. Listen to the presence of the inside of the poem so you can find the will. This is the private hints, we can never leave the premises. You are the source of sun, then I am the willow for the shadow for the you construct the head. Watch me rent for the fire I'm for the consider the issues but not deeply enough. Your spring is frozen, faith is flowing for the not forgetting the forge or orange. The iron for the studying, the ironsmith for the alchemy, the musician, the moving into the sun, the rapping under fantasies. Maybe the inner for the mumbling, for the wonder to the spirit happens to wonder and wander freely, escaping to the overrunning of the garden your plants is.
How can you think you belong to this world for the dust and the matter? Out of this dust you created the person, the image, forgotten about the essence of your true origin.
Soaking up what you was glancing to disappear for the patience you could do it, principle dissipate.
Be soaking up what you was glancing to disappear for the patience. Be soaking up what you was glancing to disappear for the patience you could do it, principle dissipate. Left myself at the boat for deep behind the light, the land of any birth of the cloud, the thick with the surface of undergrowth of the living of the truth. My love for the clothing of myself, shining for the eyes and light around it. Mine for the moon, for the stepping into the flowers. Mine for the popular, for the kneeling, for the beauty. Mine for the love, for the voice, for the silence, for the fame, for the hundreds of tongues and wood. To be the kind, soft in the soul, for the withdrawal. You can find a code and harsh. Deep one, love, rebellious, meeting face to face, the charm of you. Like the earth throwing away the shield, bare the chest, strong protection against me. But when the love of the raw, withdraw within the world, for the cover, the cracks of the wall, for the outside light can't come through. What happens to the inner illumination of the world? You are the city here with us, but you are out walking in the field of dawn. You are the outside of the animal with the hunt. When you come with us on the hunt, you are in the body like the planets are solid in the ground. You are the wind, you are the divers close. Life empty on the beach and you are the fish. I'm in the ocean and with the many bright strands. I'm the many bright strands with the veins that are seen. And when the wings are lifted up, you hidden yourself with the button nose. Those things that are keeping on like strange beat. Make the ocean music in the side edge of the surf with the sound of no shore. Recklessly exposed for the December, January, gonna do what's coming. It's time to watch how the trees started in the window, but the roses never rest with the finding himself in the kneeling of the bells. Wanna be up with the night, I'm safe with the right. I hit it. I hit it for the soul bands. Angels for the common outdoor, for the vessels in their hands. Bring birds in for the settling at one scene. Arms. Maybe the food for the soup, you find the food to show me the breath for the areas for the finding and the riding. Or the sabotage for the only kiss them. Maybe the song for the love. Maybe it's supposed to get blue with the glass of wine or the beer. For the loss for the spirits and way to the mouth, to the gut, for the parting of weather would not exist. Second of whatever for the living, it will always you. You can find the same way. Define yourself to say the sorrow for the ready to hear, not to nod your head for the trying to fool me for whatever you can think that I can't read between the lines. And the body language is written all over your body. Maybe the face is the blunt of silence, but the place of whispers inside of the heart where it rise. This is the place where voices sing inside the beauty for the voice, the place. Every breath of the carving of the image in the soul. My soul is everywhere for the sure that I am tempted to get up there for the drunkenness beginning. Some sign of them tavern. Back inside that place with the completely sober and running around the world with the looking of a hole to hide. These are the wild beasts in every cave. You will live with the mice, with the cat, with the claws. They will find you. We're born with the potential. We're born with the goodness and the trust. Born with the ideals and dreams. Born with the greatness. Born with the wings. You are not meant for the crawlings and don't have them. Learn to use them to fly for you. My wine for my joy. My garden. My springtime. My slumber. My repose. My without with you. I can't cope. That is just like you. That we be renewed for the business of which is known for the temporal. We can become timeless. Imagine a man. You can be the imagine of him. This not happen. Find the change. You can peel down from already that circling. This is planets and you. The Venus and the moon can never think that you were worthless and gotta find the man to things that goes to you are in order to love to keep giving the gift. When you look at God, you're looking at your eyes and you find a mirror for yourself. This is happening to you, so then you need to go on top the mother smell. You're watching yourself with the white flower to learn how to come become fierce. In the midst of the code for the heart that is stored. For the watching of the ear, but you see the other stuff. Watching an eye for you get the bad thoughts. Watching in your mind for you get the blue money. This is the gathering, the levels, the highs and lows, the smart, the ignorant, the space, the assembly. No grant for the disappearance of the proper scope required. This is no master, no discipline. Because I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep. I for the making of the music and
night. I ain't troubled about the one who think he pays the dream. Color the spring flowers and having the facing beneath the sleeping or the patience. For the need for good reputation, for the grace. And this is the thousand ropes of the whisper gone. Maybe the good manners for the maid, for the house, for the bulls and the lands, for the move. With envious of each other because of alienation. If the physical universe is getting tighter and tighter. The moon says how long will it remain sustainable without the sun? When you can find the jewels inside of me. Dance, resistance, destroyed by the stones, for the giving and the charms for the body, for the culture of the home, the culture for the shaping of the faces, and giving in the glass bottle for the handful of the branch. This is the big cork once more for the circle of the static troubadour. This is the attic to be freed by the grieving, the crab, the resurrected for the standing of the judgment. Maybe calling out to the lover for the crowd. You can be loved as two for the having double vision. You can count as count. Maybe the woman who be divine and light, home who's sensual. You can't find the object that the creator said to be true. Can't find them, I'm lost. Maybe the words are shameful, sometimes I wonder. Maybe the sweetest love you find it like a dream alone in the winter night. Maybe the shedding upon the hope of the road with a frozen heart, for the dreaming of wine, for things of drunken eyes, wonder, sweet love. Shit, this will be one for the on the road, the sweet. This is the terror, the bells and bell. Maybe the fasting engraving with the moon rising your name. Maybe the falling back to you, the who you were. Came from the knots in the heart of the magician's work. You undid them all at once for the splendor of the student, the teachers of the art, for the love of the body, for the sitting inside the present, for the demolishing of the what. Leaving for the tree, limousine, turning the steel for the light. Suddenly, tap your look. I can find the birds that walk first, but the smallest with hints chasing away the smoke. Down the hope, down the symbolism. You come telling you tap on the window for the rushing of the brain. This is the falling and chasing it hence. This is the holy mountain to stop. You speak in the nest of silence for the lust. This game. This is the lust for the standing in front of the flame which it blazes. Consume everything within you be love. This is the everything the passing of with we couldn't happen to you. This is the heart for the mind, for the breath, for the imprinting of the nowhere other's heart. I for the intellect and the drunk within you in the galaxy humbly before myself for the ear of ecstasy inside of the hand. Nothing happens without maybe the soul is bubbling without heart. The impulse within intellect blows with it a rapture. Nothing happens without me. My great mind for the intoxication of the spring. Sleep, reposing, meditation happens with me. Only the grandeur for the glory, for the presence, for the giving, the prosperity, for the purest of the water, for the giving, the gift. This is the prayer of each and the Lord can separate essence from the mud, for the honoring and the soul. Bring rivers from the mountain of spring. Bring light, eyes, finding to take out in yourself and self will we share. This is not for the sake of the religion. This is for the taking me, the liberating of my soul. I've been filled with the love and the releasing from the two worlds. It's set from the heart for everything, but you can let the fire burn from the inside. Take away what you want, but to take away what I do. Take away what I need and take away everything. It takes me from you, and I swear this is sincerity in your face with the whole world is fraud and fantasy anyway. God and belittle this. I'm the lead for the blossoming, distracting of the birth, and distinguished with the bird seed and the snare. I'm the house for the love, for no limits in the presence, and more beautiful than the Venus and the moon. A beauty whose image is falling, a mirror for the heart, soul for the guide, soul for the abiding, flow for the speaking, earthly, and I am known and unknown. I wish I can graduate these feelings. For the hurt says so much, but the pictorial way for every image is just a quote, worth 1,000 words compiled. I would never know the power of what hurt is until someone gives it. There's a difference when you're hurt or angry. It doesn't matter who hurt you or broke you. What matters is who made you smile again. But you know it hurts, but you know who did it anyway. And don't act like you don't care, for it's not what you did for the hurt to fuck. Fuck that, I don't act like I care because it did for the haven't done it for what I did. For the don't then take it back and from what how it hurt yourself. And maybe I done it too for somebody else. And even the wandering harder from the found the bridge to cross over the loved ones. You are too much of the love. Prime and the purpose in life's to help. At least you don't hurt them. I have found the paradox, and if the love until it hurts, and then it could be no more hurt until it's love. Only more love. Truth is everybody's going to. You gotta find the ones they're suffering for the truth is everybody's going to. You gotta find the one that's worth suffering for the hurt is the human ass to breathe, for the now if you live, for the larging of the light, for love. You've got probably an equal amount of darkness, and you got to be hunt. You have to have a good heart. Too much is maybe the hurt for the most, but the biggest mistake you can do was care for me as much as I do for them. For the love is blind, then it can be foolish. I love the right for the people at the same time, and sometimes those don't deserve it. But the love is blind, and love can be foolish, and the heart does always love the right people at the right time for the sometimes to hurt. Love us. Sometimes we love the ones that don't deserve it. I'll tell you again. It hurts someone is telling you they don't want to move, and don't waste your time for the revenge, and only eventually the face of the karma. Keep yourself in peace. I wish I can give you my pain, but this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to love you. No matter how far the light pushing, and I can always bounce back for no matter how far. No place with the truth for the comforting of me and the map. Living for the allowing for the others, and nobody can be without the permission to be given. I am more for the words that can hurt, for the subtle ways of knowing sometimes it's not pain. It's meant to not to be explained. Maybe it's not about you, but just know you will survive. You will laugh and be happy again. You will open up that chest and see your treasure. And if you could read my mind, you will understand the tears, and sometimes I just have to wonder, how do I care? And how do I get used to it? If the hurt for the most person would have made you feel today for special, it makes me feel unwanted. Standing alone is better than standing with the people who hurt me. Anger is that natural defense, and it really means you. The moment I saw you, you were going to do it again for the courageous decision ever making.
Down to hope, down to symbolism. You come telling me. Down to hope, down to symbolism. Down to hope, down to symbolism. You come telling me tap on the window for the rushing of the brain. This is the falling of chasing at hints. This is the holy mountain of stop. You speak in the nest of silence for the lust this game. This is the lust for the standing in front of the flame which it blazes. Consume everything within me love. Listen to everything the passing of whip couldn't happen to you. This is the heart for the mind to the breath for the imprinting of the nowhere else's heart. I for the intellect and the drunk within you in the galaxy humbly before myself for the ear of ecstasy inside of the hand. Nothing happens without maybe the soul is bubbling without heart. The impulse within intellect blows with the rapture. Nothing happens without me. My great mind for the intoxication of the spring. Sleep and reposing. Meditation happens with me. Only the grandeur for the glory, for the presence, for the giving, the prosperity, for the purest of the water, for the giving, the gift. This is the prayer of each and the Lord can separate essence for the mud, for the iron.